Up there you have 3 main pages or windows: Catalog, Preset and Edit. Let's go to the Catalog page. This is where you find and add a photo or a folder, and you can create albums. Here is where you find informations about a selected photo. For example, here I shot that one with a Fujifilm with this ISO at that shutter speed and so on. And this is a focus stacking add-on that I bought for 20 bucks and that I never used. So in the catalog page, what I usually do, I simply drag my folder here in the middle. It takes a few seconds to process, and you can see that now all the photos contained in my Canon 60D folder are here. And now I have access to my newly added Canon 60D folder here. If you drag only one photo, it works as well. Let's take this one. And there you have it. The difference when you drag a single photo is that Luminar opens for you the next window. We are now in the preset window, a simple page with all the presets that I created on the right here, and the Luminar Neo presets. And you can buy more presets from Luminar if you want. They actually make money with several add-ons and presets instead of sucking your money monthly and forever. Now let's click on the page of interest where the magic happens, the edit page. There you have your photo, your editing tools with the main toolboxes. Those are what you will use the most, crop and essentials, but there are many other tools down the list, for landscape and portrait for example. Here you have other photos from your folder that you can select, review, rate, remove and more. And on the left you can import photos and create layers, which I use mostly for my thumbnails. Now let's edit some macro. This is one of my last macro photo taken with a Canon 60D, a 50mm f1.8 and some extension tubes. It's a RAW file from an old 18MP sensor, but it's good enough for my little demonstration. And yes, it has 8 eyes, none of them are in focus. When I see this, I think that this is cool but flat, boring, and I don't like the green in the background. So first, I usually go with the exposure slider. I will try to add more brightness without blowing out the whites. So I will zoom in the delicate part of the photo. I will push the exposure to the right slowly and monitor this white patch to make sure that we don't lose too much details. You don't want this. So maybe something like that. And here you see the before, after, before, after. Here we can play with the whites and the blacks. And by the way, it's a good idea to push the slider all the way to the right and left so you see what it does, and then you can adjust according to your taste. Maybe I go with my darks a tiny bit more dark here, something like -4. And now you can see that by brightening the whole image and making the darks a bit darker, we added more contrast. So there you have it, before, after, before, after. Let's go to the color tool. Here you have saturation, vibrance, and remove color cast. And down here, HSL, which stands for hue, saturation, and luminance. Here we can manipulate the colors individually. For example, I choose luminance here, and I play with the reds, you see? So let's brighten up the reds. Let's do the same with the oranges. Let's see what the yellow slider does, and I think I like it at -25. Now maybe I want some of that yellow luminance back, but only on the spider. I close that color tab here, so now my changes are saved. I reopen it, I click on mask, I choose a brush, I paint. Something like that. I click on adjustment, I go down to luminance, I push the yellow slider to the right until I like it. That's the before and after from the original photo, and here that's the before and after only with your last change. Let's close the color tool, so now it is saved and stored in your edits. By the way, if you don't know it, up there, if you click on edits, that's where are stored all your modifications, and you can undo or modify whatever you did before. Now let's reopen the color tool, but a fresh one without any mask. Now let's reduce the luminance of the greens a bit, again to make sure that the spiders stand out. So that's our before, and after. I still want to see if we can get better colors, so we click on hue. Maybe let's make the oranges more red, the yellows, no change I think. If you want to get back to 0, you just double click on the slider. And the famous ugly green, I think I will slide all the way to the right. Yeah, much better for me. Before, after, before, after. A few more tips. Most of the time, what you try to accomplish is to lead the eyes of the viewer on the subject with a few techniques that you saw today, and there are other techniques like vignette, for example, or blurring things around or removing distractions, add some haze, or even cropping may be helpful to remove some distractions. Something very important that you should do before posting your edited image is to wait for the next day and have a fresh look at your edit again. And I think it's very important. Now just let me know if you want to see more video about editing, and that's it. Bye!